Now we're going to discuss a verb that is very confusing. I'm sure that at some point in your journey you have heard the verb quedar. And every time you hear quedar, I'm sure it has been confusing because when you ask what it means, we will give you different answers. So how do we use the verb quedar and quedarse, the reflexive version of it, in the preterite? So what's the meaning of quedar? Quedar means different things. So we're going to go first with quedar and then we're going to go with quedarse, the reflexive version. First use of quedar means to agree with somebody to meet somewhere, for example. So for example, you can say, ¿A qué hora quedamos en la plaza? Like, what time did we agree to meet at the square? Quedamos en encontrarnos a las 10. So we agreed to meet at 10. Ah, ok, quedamos así. All right, the deal. Quedamos así means it's a deal. Like the plan that we agreed on, it's okay, it works for me. So, deal. Quedamos así. Quedamos en encontrarnos en la plaza, pero no recuerdo a qué hora. Quedamos a las 10. Ah, ok, listo, quedamos así, chao. Second use of quedar, location. So generally foreigners have a very formal way of asking for location or directions. So you could hear people say, ¿Dónde está el hospital? Nothing wrong with that. It's just the natives were going to use quedar. So instead of saying ¿Dónde está el hospital? We can say ¿Dónde queda el hospital? Queda a 2 cuadras. Queda por aquí, queda por allá, queda derecho, queda a la derecha, queda a la izquierda. ¿Dónde queda el cine? El cine queda 5 cuadras derecho. So instead of saying está, which is perfectly normal for location, now you can use queda. ¿Dónde queda el hospital? Third option is to use quedar with the reflexive pronoun when we speak about clothing. So that dress looks great on you would be, ese vestido te queda muy bien. ¿Cómo me queda esta camisa? ¿Me queda chica? ¿Me queda grande? ¿Me queda bien? ¿Me queda mal? No, esa camisa te queda bien, no te queda chica. Fourth use, to speak about when something is left, or for example, an amount of something, like do we have any bread left? Then we're going to use queda. For example, ¿queda pan? Do we still have any bread left? No, no queda nada. Remember that we can use the double negatives. No queda nada. Okay, so nothing is left remaining kind of thing. So we can say, for example, no queda aceite. We don't have any oil left. Or, for example, todavía quedan 2 asientos disponibles. There are still 2 seats available. Fifth use, to indicate your impression on something. For example, somebody did a work or something for you and you can say quedé muy contento con el resultado. I was really happy with the result. I was pleased with the result. So, ¿cómo te quedó el cuadro? If you're painting a canvas, how was it? ¿Cómo te quedó el cuadro? Or say, for example, that you are working on a project and I want to know if the client was satisfied or not. I can ask, ¿Cómo quedó el cliente? Quedó muy satisfecho. He was very pleased. He was very satisfied. Now let's speak about quedarse. The first use of quedarse is simply to indicate that we stay or remain in a place. So for example, we can say, esta noche nos quedamos en mi casa. Tonight we will stay at my place. Esta noche nos quedamos en casa. I can also say, for example, say that we are traveling together with another friend in another car So suddenly we look through the review mirror and we don't see him anymore. So we can say, se quedó. Mi amigo se quedó. Like he stayed behind. We cannot see him. Oh, se quedó. No lo veo, se quedó. Or, for example, even more complex, adding indirect and direct object pronoun, we can say, se le quedó el auto. Means that his car broke down. Se le quedó el auto. Usually, we're going to use this with means of transportation, such as a car, a van, a truck, or a motorcycle. Se le quedó el auto. Se le quedó la camioneta. Means they broke down. Second use of quedarse. It means to hold on or to keep something. For example, say that there's multiple people in the room and everybody is grabbing a slice of pizza. So suddenly you get the last one. You can say, me quedé con el último pedazo de pizza. Me quedé con la última porción de pizza. So I kept the last slice of bread. Me quedé con la última porción de pizza. Third use of quedarse, to end up in a certain state. So for example, I was in class and I fell asleep. Me quedé dormido. Me quedé dormido en la clase. Me quedé dormido simply means that you had to get up early and you slept in, or you did not hear your alarm. So, me quedé dormido. Then another use is quedarse sin. It means to run out of. For example, me quedé sin agua. I ran out of water. Did I plan on doing that? No, I did not plan on doing that. It's accidental. Me quedé sin luz. I'm out of power. Me quedé sin teléfono, like my phone line is down. So we use quedarse sin to indicate that something accidental happened and you could not avoid that. Me quedé sin plata. I ran out of money. Now, these are some expressions that are normal for us to use and can be a little bit confusing. So, for example, ayer fui a jugar a la pelota. I went to play football last night. ¿Y cómo te fue? Oh, quedé de cama. Like, I'm really, really tired. My body is really sore. Quedé de cama. In Argentina, when you do something and I ask you what was the result of the thing that you were doing, you can say it was just perfect. So how do we say that? One way is by saying quedó pipí cucú. And we always do this gesture, quedó pipí cucú. Like it was flawless, perfect, awesome. Quedó pipí cucú. In Chile, for example, they use quedar when you want to indicate that you are startled or surprised. So, for example, she said something that wasn't very good, it wasn't very nice, and you were really surprised, or you were taken aback by what she said. So you can say, quedé plop. Quedé plop. P-L-O-P. Quedé plop. That means like it really surprised me. It really took me by surprise. Quedé plop. Right, now let's practice with some exercises.